Good evening, gentlemen. G'day,
Hello,
Ray.
how are you?
Good, mate. What's happening?
Oh, not much. Just finished dinner. Have a couple of bourbon soon to let my guts settle down a bit. I've got some of that bloody those prawn cutlets and shit from Aldi. That calamari. I just sort of like a seafood basket thing in the from the air fryer.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
It's all right. You
Yeah.
got JG?
G'day, JG. How are you, mate? Oh, what's his name? Mrs. wanted to go shopping. So she said, "Are you going to take Jack out for sushi today?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I don't know." So anyway, we went down there. We got some, sushi, and takeaway and brought it home.
Oh yeah.
But I spent what $75 was what Jack normally. What we pay to go to the restaurant. We the sushi train thing.
Yeah.
They call it Giro sushi.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it normally costs us about $75. And I said, why don't we just get takeaway? And bring it home. And he said, "Oh yeah, but no worries, Dad." So he did that. But we got about, I suppose, twice as much sushi as what we'd normally get. If we sat down at the restaurant.
Yeah.
So we wolfed into it at lunchtime, and I had a couple of bottles of sake with it.
Yeah.
And I might go and wolf in later on, have some more after this.
Yeah. I like sushi. Fucking place I usually go to, fucking health department shut it down. I don't know. But anyway.
This is one of those points that it comes on one of those revolving trains.
Yeah, that's like this one, but all depends. You sit there and you watch them, I like the ones I like to get them when they're warm, and you can still see a bit of fog inside of the bloody. They usually have a little plastic thing over the top of them.
Yes.
You get them with a bit of fog in there, you know that they're still warm and they're fresh,
Oh, yeah, exactly.
There you go, Eminem.
G'day, Eminem. Must be in Thailand, Ray.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, they've got the elections on tomorrow. I was just looking at it, who they expect to get up. I really haven't followed it, this time round, the elections, but
right.
I was speaking to my missus the other day. I said, "How much are they paying this time round? For you to vote?" And she said, "Oh, they're paying 500. Everyone's putting their hand out. The Puyo Barnes putting his hand out, and someone else is putting their hand out. So it's they've upped the ante, I think, from 300 to 500 baht for them to vote."
You got Frosty, yeah. No, fair enough.
Hey there, Mr. Frosty Frost.
Yeah, he's over there. Frosty's over there at the moment.
Oh, good luck to him.
There in Thailand.
I was just flicking through the the Bangkok Post, looking at some of the candidates and the parties, but my guess is that Prayut will get back in again.
Yeah, right.
Because of the nature of the constitutional setup, like what is a third? Is it a third of the Senate or 2/3 of the Senate? A third of the Senate, I think it is got all army officials in it. It's nominated army officials. So they're all going to vote for either Prayut or Prawit, who was the deputy prime minister. The bloke with all the expensive watches and diamonds. So it'll be interesting who gets the head up. And I reckon Prayut will get his head back in somehow.
Yeah, right.
We'll see anyway.
See what happens, I suppose. You sort of sit back and wait, That'll be interesting anyway, just flicking through bloody marketplace, you're right. Now bloody they got a bit of a alcohol ban there at the moment or some bloody thing at some point.
Have they?
Well, I was at bloody I don't know.
The election.
Yeah, Frosty's there. He just mentioned it. I watched that now in Lao. He's yesterday, and he just put one up, him and his missus and his mum, and the bloody his missus' son. They're over in Thailand at the moment, Nong Khai. They just come over the bridge and bloody anyway. They were going around trying to find some grog, but they did find some. eventually, they didn't realise that, they were. It was, they were not selling it, sort of thing. There you go, Exit.
G'day, Exit. How are
you?
I don't know why they do that. Like on election day, like it's dead opposite here, isn't it? Election day, everyone has a drink.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, mate.
Hey there, fellow. How are you?
Yeah, it's bloody. I don't know, bloody. Yeah. Well, you think they'd be getting a bit dark on them if they didn't? I took the grog off them.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know how the ties, whether they, to be celebrating the election or not. I think they view that they might be doomed for another, 4 years of doom and gloom again.
Yeah, right.
Yes, Mr. Eminem. Yeah, I've heard that 60% of them, the population be voting a Phu Thai party, which is, Thaksin's party. Must be costing him, cost him quite a bit. He's paying 500 baht a head.
Yeah.
Like they've got 55 million people. What was it? 65? What, 60%? At 55 million. That's 2/3. What's that? 40, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 40 million by 500 baht.
Yeah.
40 million, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3 by 500 baht. It's 20. So it's 2,000, 2 billion. 2 billion baht.
Jeez, that's a lot of money.
B.
Fucking hell, they made dollars a second.
2 billion baht. $100 million odd. Oh, he's got that. He's got that more, hasn't he? He's got that more. Yeah, it's not a drop in the bucket for him and his family.
Must be some bloody money. He must have a bit stashed away.
Oh, I think he's got plenty, mate.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard that he's, they're looking for, Thaksin's looking forward to coming back, once the election happens. But, I think there was an article in the Bangkok Post saying that they want him to go to jail.
Yeah.
He'll do his 2 years in jail. Like it won't be house arrest or anything.
Yeah, right.
Hey there, g'day, Matt. G'day, mate. How are you?
Yeah, Matt. Oh, we got a little bit of a bourbon, I think. We're going to go to the Street, but it's just time to get in there. We would have been just leaving now, and you get in there about 4 o'clock in the hour is the best. You can bloody have a feed and just relax. Now they got that many bloody people. The fucking place will be full. There you go, Capio.
Hey there, Capio. I don't know if I think I mentioned today. Yeah, I was on Capio's channel for a little while yesterday, having a bit of a beef about something. Thanks for letting me on, Capio. Much appreciated, mate. We're just talking about the elections in Thailand. At 500 baht a vote, looks like Thaksin is going to be paying something like 2,000 million. That's 2 billion, isn't it?
2,000 million, yeah.
2,000 million is 2 billion baht. Yeah. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
There's a lot of fucking cash. A bit more than what I got. That's a bloody sure. We'll just keep it.
Luke, I was speaking to Archie about that Thailand bound bloke. Ray, I think you follow him, don't you? I think Jack follows him, that Thailand bound.
No, I don't follow him.
I think Joe follows him somehow.
Yeah, right.
Archie speaks very highly of him. He enjoys him. He just enjoys his manner and all that. Yeah, but each to his own.
$89 million. Fuck, that's a lot of money. Yeah.
Capio's up early. He must be out at 6:30. I know it's only 8:30 more.
Yeah.
Imagine he's walked the dog already, Ray.
Yeah,
he loves that dog, doesn't he?
Hey?
He loves that dog.
Yeah. Well, everybody, they take your life over a dog, an animal.
Yeah, good on him. Yeah. Good on him. you can see how it, like when he speaks, how his voice chirps up, and like he's only a puppy. He's got got a 12 months, 2 years before he settles down, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, they're late mature as Labradors. They're good dogs. They're smart.
Oh, good dog.
Yeah, they settle in. One of these guys I watch is Andrew Camarado. He's just got machinery and stuff, But anyway, he's always had Labradors. Anyway, his old Labrador died, and he got a younger one before the other one. He just died of old age. But anyway, he ended up getting that Labrador, its own dog, another Labrador, a fucking blue one. Yeah, fucking funny, eh?
I tell you what, he's feeding it all right, isn't he?
Yeah.
Solid little puppy.
Yeah.
It's nice and solid.
Wait till he gets his first shot away.
Hey?
Wait till he gets his first shot away. He finds girls. He'd be sniffing them out.
It's a dog, isn't it? It's a dog. Yeah.
They have to get me bullies out, take them for walks, but they're all right. As long as he can control them, But Labradors are all right. They're placid,
Oh, they're a top dog. They're all, like you can train them to do anything, can't you?
Oh yeah. Well, they're a retriever sort of thing. They like to catch. They like to chase things,
Hey there, Owen.
Thailand bound while in. How long before me? Oh yeah, right. Yes, but Pedro thought bloody Owen was Thailand bound.
Oh, right,
He's always out there, right? You'll get him out of the system. Get it. Yeah.
Good idea.
Man, some of the when I was breeding me bloody bullies, like people, that have that bully, like I've literally seen, can't believe me out. This woman was freaking out. Oh, me bloody dog! She had a bitch. She had a pen in the yard with a 6-foot fence around it. She had a 6-foot fence around the property, right?
Yeah.
Now, and she had a bloody thing like chain mesh. Not chain mesh, but a bit of galvanized bloody weld mesh about a foot into the ground underneath the fence too, so you can't dig under. And he came out one morning, there's a fucking Labrador who got over 2 6-foot fences, was in the pen with his bit, with a purebred bully bitch on heat. Shit, it was funny.
Oh, well, right, eh?
Man, they can bloody, there you go, guys. Oh, they'll do it, eh? It's fucking unbelievable. But,
Okay, guys.
You got to bloody, you got to answer the call of nature, haven't you?
You see how Capio's dog, he's put up videos. I don't know if he's just putting up particular videos, but the dog really likes the water.
Yeah, well, they are. That's what they
really, like getting the water. It most probably be a good gun dog, Ray.
Yeah, well, that's what they're for.
Yeah.
They're retrievers, they go, that's what it's naturally bred, it's what they're bred for, like shooting ducks down, they jump out in the water and go and swim out and grab them. Yeah, Newfoundlands and that, they're retrievers as well. But they're like, the first pedigree dog I ever knew was a Labrador, a black one. It was still one of the smartest dogs I've ever seen. It was a beautiful dog, eh? That was when I was about 15.
They breed them specifically here for seeing eye dogs, don't they?
Yeah, well, because they're smart, They're placid. You can't have an aggressive dog, a dominant dog, with CNI because, fuck you imagine someone throws it down the road with a blind person in roof it, going for a fight or, there's a bitch I need somewhere. But yeah.
Oh, God.
Here you go, Steve. No, it's just bloody funny. But no, they make. I think Labradors make one of the better, easier to breed, easier to train. These seeing eye dogs. They're just got a lot of about them.
What they're easy to train.
Yeah. Well, they're smart.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, a good trainer can pretty much train. Like a lot of them, but it all depends on the dog. I sold one of my little bully bitches, pup, to a guy. He just wanted to do an experiment whether he could to see he had shepherds and stuff. He was a trainer. He used to train them for security, and he wanted to see if he could train a bull terrier to for security. Anyway, he trained the Chloe, her name wasn't he? He trained her up anyway. About 6 months, 8 months after I sold her to him. I went around to see him there one day, and I walked around the back, because I thought he's around the backyard. Anyway, the bitch, she was on a chain out the back, and she's rolling over, wanting to bloody see me. I sat down and on bloody the outdoor setting, and she's upside down on me bloody lap. I was scratching her guts, and he walked. He was out, and he just got home. He walked, and he couldn't believe that I was patting his dog, because she didn't like other people at all, But they remember. Anyway.
Oh God! Oh, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'll get the missus to ring up the rellos and see. Have you got your 500 baht yet? Yeah. But you were saying there's some cock up with it, the money hasn't come through, or
right.
or something like that. Because they reckon there's too much infighting at the moment. Everyone's putting their hand out along the way.
Oh,
they might be paying the 500 baht, but so much goes to the Puyai barn, and someone else goes to the governor of the province, and
right.
Everyone's putting their hand out along the way.
Yeah, well, everybody, exactly. Look, there's no prostitution in Thailand. Everyone's making a cop out of it.
Oh, right. Not much on the idiot box tonight, Ray.
No, I haven't even had a look. I was looking forward to going in there, but not at this time. It's too fucking late. You're trying to eat. They got fucking people. They've got a sign at the gate, at the entrance. Lap dogs accepted. You got people in there with fucking huskies and bloody German shepherds and bloody and fucking Great Danes.
What are these lap dogs? Little small dogs.
Yeah, just a little lap dog. Those little ones they carry around.
Oh, you're right, eh?
They're a right sort of thing in there, but when you got these big bloody things and they want to fight, they want to shit, thinking, oh God, give me a break. I'm trying to eat here. Bloody things.
God.
Oh, I got a bag. I said, oh, fucking give me a break. Now the place is packed too. It gets really busy in there, and you're trying to walk around, and people always they run up in front of you and stop, and then you got to stop, and then you got to walk around them, every 3 steps. Thinking, oh, get me out of here. I just don't crowds, mate. I hate crowds. But it's a nice spot. It's right on the Brisbane River, and it's really relaxing there, But we usually get there about 4 o'clock and hang around for an hour or two. As soon as it starts getting busy, we take off.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, I think you were saying, Ray.
Yeah. We usually get Saturday nights.
Is that every week or just once in a blue moon?
Every week. Yeah, well, she works. She's usually tired on Friday night sort of thing, and Saturday night she's just getting ready for work. So usually Saturday nights we go. Yeah. There's a good documentary on huskies. It's called The Last Husky. It's on YouTube, actually.
Yeah.
Ones they had in down the South Pole, they're Australian. They haven't been down there for about 40, 50 years, and they were sort of been selectively bred, for that. They had them there for dog sledge, Anyway, they had dogs and bitches, and they had a really select breeding program down there, and they bred these beautiful dogs. When they started to mechanise it, they thought, well, they were going to bloody put them all down, and there was a big outcry about it, and they said, no. So they ended up shipping these dogs off to America because they, up in like Wisconsin and those sort of places where they still do sled dog racing. Anyway, these bloody dogs, they were big dogs, beautiful animals, But, when they bred them down there, they had to basically keep the best and cull the rest, so to speak, But anyway, they couldn't keep them all. But anyway, when they got up there, they sent a dog trailer to pick them up at LA Airport. Anyway, couldn't get the dogs in the bloody trailer because they're too big to get in the door. Anyway, they finally got them, worked it all out, and they got them up there. And when they got there, these dogs were like nearly 3 times the size of their dogs, because the dogs they had up there, they were sort of part husky. They weren't purebreds. These other ones from down in Mawson Camp, they were like purebreds and beautiful animals and beautiful construction on them. Anyway, after they settled down, they took them out. They thought they'd give them a run, see how they went. So they hooked up a 12-dog team of their own dogs, and I think it was an 8 or 9 dog team of the Australian dogs, and they took them out and raced them, sort of thing. And they reckon every 3 miles, the Australian ones are a mile ahead.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good documentary. Yeah, Last Husky, it's called. It's on YouTube.
Right.
50 minutes. It's fucking good watching that. I enjoyed that.
Ghost Pepper's asked me a question. He's pushing the memory here, Ray. He says, what was the most enjoyable night in Bangkok? If you wouldn't mind sharing, I thought, jeepers, like had plenty of enjoyable nights in Bangkok, but to name one.
Yeah.
I remember one Christmas Eve. Specifically comes to me. I think it was in Patpong. Patpong. I was upstairs, so it was pretty hot and pretty hot, all right. Like all the Sheila's had on was high heels, and I think like flower lace in there, all the thing on, and and I was sitting there with all a handful of tinsel, a handful, about half a dozen pieces of tinsel, in my left hand, and that piece of tinsel led across the room, that was all hanging out of the Sheila's cunt, sort of, had about half a dozen Sheilas, on the end of all this tinsel across the room. So, Merry Christmas,
Yeah, right. Lovely. Yeah.
Some of the better times, were, some of the better nights that when I've gone out with a couple of mates and I've gone up the Petbury Road and gone into Thai nightclubs, and like this is Thai mates, like I've been the only white man in the joint, but down and sitting at a table, eating a meal and watching like a Thai floor show. Like, have a band on or girls singing, but mainly sort of a restaurant set, like how the Thais go out to a nightclub, not like or anything like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Our mate Ray just joined us.
Oh, yeah, Monty Bart.
G'day, Mighty Bart. How are you, mate?
A couple of days ago, maybe right.
He's coming back home. Good luck to him. Good luck to him tonight.
I'm just going to mute myself. I've got to go to Dunny. Just want to tell them a story or something. Like tell them some of the stories. They love your stories.
Stories.
Oh, yeah, I was going to go for crap.
Actually, down and write them. I'm just too lazy to do it. I know it depends how much time I've got left. Back's been playing up. Recently, not the best. My health's playing up. I won't go on about that. I'm hearing enough of that at the moment. About sick people on YouTube. I'm dying. Oh God, we're all dying. It's, from when you're born, you're dying. Stories about bangers. A lot of them. Sort of. Stories sort of recant in the night time, aren't they? Like if you're in a a nightclub area or a night district or something like that, or I've been there. I remember I've been in Thailand in election time a couple of times, and I always used to find it amusing. Like you'd be walking down the street or something, and you'd be with your girlfriend or your wife or something. You have your kids there, and you're just walking down the street, and then suddenly there's an election truck going past, and they start blaring out over the speakers. You're blaring out over the speakers. The promotion, and or have music going, and it beats me how they don't get pinched. Yes, Joe Ford. I've met up with Scott Mellon, a few times. I saw Scott in just last November. I went over and was in Thailand with the family in November last year, and I went out for lunch one day with Scott. Where did we go down to? We went down to the World Trade Center, I think it was. The World Trade Center building in Pottenham there. We went to a nice sushi joint, for lunch. Had sushi and a bit of sake. That was all right. And I enjoy Scott. I've got a lot of time for Scott. He can certainly, Teach me plenty. Yeah, well, Thailand is, yeah, to an extent, very futuristic these days, almost like Japan in Japan. Yeah, to an extent. To an extent, it's like Japan, but depending on where you walk, you still, where you walk, you can still see a lot of grot on the ground, and it's, you go down some sort of side alleyways, like it's messy and rubbish everywhere, and like that's just the Thai way. Whereas you don't see that in Japan. You don't see that. But I know what your point is. Know what your point is. Like when I first went to Japan, it was 1982. Yeah, 1982. So what's that? Over 40 years ago. Yeah, it was very futuristic. That's what the pilot says to you as you're flying into Tokyo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The temperature is 22 degrees in Tokyo. We have clear skies. There's a slight breeze. Please adjust your watches, ladies and gentlemen. Please put forward your watches. 20 years, 9 months, and 3 days. That's what it's like. Yeah. Here's our mate. G'day, Joe. How are you, Joe? I'll just bring you in there, mate.
I don't know, Joe. I haven't got microphone or headphones or anything.
No worries, mate. You're at a wayside stop, mate. Filling up the car with petrol.
Typical, halfway stop.
ประกาศนะครับประกาศเดี๋ยวจะมีการซ้อมแผนอพยพหนีไฟประจำปี 2566 ของสถานบริการแห่งนี้นะครับลูกค้าท่านใดนะครับที่ประสงค์ที่จะออกจากปั๊มนะครับให้ออกตอนนี้เลยนะครับ
It's always a hive of activity, isn't it?
That's exactly what I was just talking about, Joe.
10 นาทีนะครับผม
That's political advertising, isn't it?
I can't hear you, so I'll just drop off. I'll listen while I'm driving, but I can't comment.
No worries, mate. Okay, that's a typical example of the political advertising in the background. Little wayside stop. Sometimes find that you get the best food you can get into those little restaurants there, and you can order a little Thai meal for 35 baht, and it's got rice and 2 side dishes. Pay an extra 10 baht, I think you get a 3rd side dish. But sometimes like you're not getting a great massive food, but certainly enough to feed you up. But lovely tucker in them. Very yeah, that was a Thai election truck. Exit for sure. Yes, ghost people. Clean as a whistle in Osaka, Tokyo, and Kyoto. I enjoyed Kyoto when I went there. Very sort of old-fashioned in a lot of ways. Got a lot of, what's the old capital, isn't it? Edo. Is it Edo? Kyoto. The old capital, I think it was. What have we got going there? Back in the day, 69. Back in the day, 69 was a movement. Now things changed up once. Yes, Craig. Welcome, mate. Thanks for joining us. Oh God. Where's Ray? Oh, he's gone to the toilet. Yeah. Yes, JG. Scott Mellon is funny. I got a ladder. Actually, when he puts on that sort of, tongue-in-cheek attitude, like someone's asking a stupid question, I think he was. I watched him a little bit yesterday. He was having a crack at someone. Having a crack at someone. Rick Nielsen. Long time no see, Rick. Thanks for joining us, mate. Great bunch of Aussie larrikins. That's an Aussie word, isn't it? Larrikin. Don't hear that much on the Pommy channels. Oh well. The little bloke was saying to me, we going on holidays this year? I said, oh, yeah, maybe, Jack. And he said, oh, can we go to somewhere else instead of Thailand? I said, oh, yeah, maybe. I'm thinking we might, go to Japan, for a couple of weeks and on to Thailand. But I don't think, there'll be any problem with me, with my wife's Thai passport, getting into Japan. But I've got to attend to that. I've got to get an Aussie passport all organised.
Oh, that's better.
So you have a bit of an empty there, Ray?
Oh, yeah.
Weight off your mind, mate.
Up the load. How you going, Saul? How you going, Rick?
Oh, how are you?
Catch up with everyone. How you going, Craig? How you going, Craig?
Yeah, Craig just joined us, Ray.
Yeah.
Joe jumped on. Were you there when Joe was there, Ray?
No.
He was at one of those wayside service station. Station. And, had the election, the election, trucks in the background blaring out.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Got a new bottle of Makers. Not Makers, Long Branch. Ugly shit.
Oh, you're in for the long haul, Ray.
Oh, yes. I'll have a few. I don't want to be getting all fucking hungover for the next day, But anyway.
Well, Excellent might jump on, mate. Excellent might jump on. Excellent. I'll stick around for a little while longer.
Yeah, buddy, I was going to say, I put that bloody Chevy up on Marketplace earlier on. The fucking phone just lit up. Oh, yeah, well, just a rare one.
Yes.
Oh, some people, just because you put these big prizes on doesn't mean say you get them. I said, oh, well, they are getting them. They are getting it, and that's why it's a big prize, I didn't I bought these things as an investment sort of thing. I didn't sort of buy them to give them away to fucking Nimrods. But they're getting up to 60 grand from now, so,
Yeah, and seem sort of rousing, prise him out of the room off the computer.
No.
Get a crowbar, try and get the keypad out of his hands. Yeah.
I'll send you a bloody link to a thing I was watching today, actually. Just a young couple in Japan and all these weird bloody things they got, fucking crazy.
Yeah, they got some different world, Japan. I've said to you, if I had the money, I was a multi-millionaire, I'd live in Japan. I like their way of life. They're very organised and civil, and everyone takes their turn and go and ask, go and ask for a packet of matches, and they'll gift, they'll gift wrap it for you. Gift it.
Oh yeah, just trying to find them.
I like Japan. Haven't been for a few years.
Yeah, right.
Pete's actually talking he might go to Japan later on in the year.
Pete, yeah, right.
Yeah. So I might have to do a little bit of research for him and have a few chats about places to go along.
Yeah.
Different ball game.
What's it earlier on today? Yeah, it's a different place. I don't know. It's a bit crazy, but no, where are we? Here it is. I'll just send you. Where are we? Weirdest. This is the weirdest city, Tokyo, Japan. Hang on a second.
Yeah, what's it called?
I'll just send you the link through.
Right, let's have a look. Where are we? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, right. It's coming through on Facebook, Ray.
No, I haven't said it yet. Hang on a second.
Right.
Let me find it. Hang on a second. There you go. It's come through on Messenger.
No worries. There we go. Is this the weirdest city? Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, just that young couple, that bloody, what's his name, girlfriend or some bloody thing, and his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, bloody shit. No, just Jacket loved it.
Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, young couple.
Yeah.
Japanese series on day one. Yeah, they're in the Ginza.
Yeah, have a look at later on. There's some of the stuff there. Like Jenny, somebody I know was going to go there, but just before that Fukushima shit happened, she didn't have going.
So one thing that's scary about Japan is something we're not used to. Is I've been there a few times, and when there's an earthquake, or an earth tremor, that's not much fun. That's a little bit scary. But the Japs take it take it in their stride. Like they get thousands of them a year.
You ever seen how many bloody nuclear power stations that are built on fucking fault lines?
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. Well, I think they're a bit arrogant there because they thought Fukushima was going to be safe, but it didn't turn out too safe, did it? But anyway.
Yeah, that's a bit of a battle, Capio, finding somewhere, quiet in Japan to go to.
Oh, yeah.
I was living in a suburb here in Melbourne, and they actually have the Japanese School of Melbourne in this suburb. And, the Japanese love it because there's parks everywhere. There's parks everywhere in this suburb, and the Japanese love it because it's, sort of like open spaces in an urban environment, and, like relatively, short distance to the city. But, like they can, take their golf clubs down to the park and, hit a few golf balls around if they want to. And, they won't see anyone else, maybe someone else walking their dog or something. But, the Japs absolutely love it. Love the joint.
Yeah. It's weird. There's a forest down the base of bloody Mount Fuji where they go to commit suicide.
Yeah, that's right. There's a specific forest there. The Death Forest.
Yeah.
I'm in there. Plenty of people go and neck themselves.
Yeah, I know. I suppose crazy.
There's what is special. I forget what the name of it is. But there's a special group of people in Japan that don't leave their house.
Oh yeah.
Like they stay inside their room. They're very insular, and they're afraid to go outside. Tens of thousands of them apparently. Their parents look after them, but these people are, amongst young people mainly. They're extremely, reclusive. And they don't go outside; they just stay in their room, and that's their total existence is their four-cornered room.
I think there's a few of those in this genre.
Yeah. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it sort of cracks me up, Oh, bloody hell. But anyway. Yeah.
Oops, all right. Excuse me, Ray. You take over, mate.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Bloody his boost. Yeah, so there we go. Yes. So what part's that in exit? Sapporo. I'm not going over there and just checking out some of their bloody craftsmanship and stuff. Everything they do is to perfection. Yeah, exactly. Capio, there's plenty of them in this genre. They're all sitting there picking over a keyboard all day, cursing and swearing. Oh, up north. Yeah, it'd definitely be a different place to go. Like you'd have to have a bit of a handle on the culture, otherwise I think it'll get a little bit overwhelming. That suicide park. Pretty cool to somebody who doing. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's pretty sad sort of thing, but it's a different culture sort of thing, really, Some people enjoy it. Yeah, well, exactly. I was only telling somebody the ghost pepper. I was only telling somebody the other day those castles over there, they build them with nightingale floors, so you can't walk across them without them squeaking. When squeak. They sound like nightingales, so people can't sneak up on them, kill them. Not outskirts of life. Yeah, well, you know, I don't like cities. I'm not big on crowds.
G'day, Ray.
Yeah, back again.
Yeah, it was my daughter. She was just ringing up saying she went to an all-you-can-eat Korean restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Not far from here. And she said, "Oh, I highly recommend it, Dad. You know, go along."
Oh, my God. I went to one night, you know, but I'd rather just cook it all up, you know. I had to laugh because the chick I was with, you know, we just got a meal, you know. They give you like a plate thing, you know, and it's all separated in little cubicle sort of things, the different food, you know. But anyway, in these tables, they had the hot plate in the middle of the table, you know.
Yes.
And this guy brought it, must be, I don't know, it was his wife or a Korean woman he's trying to impress. But anyway, holy shit, she was just getting plate after plate after plate after plate of meat, just cooking up. She was just, the whole time we were there, she was just fucking stuffing it down, eh? I was laughing me bloody. I just think it's hilarious watching Thai women eat.
Oh, please don't.
Tiny, and they could put so much away, you know. Look.
Yeah.
He would have been paying for it, so he would have been sweating.
Yeah, my daughter, you know, was obviously, you know, half Thai, and you know, my oldest daughter, you know, she's half Thai, and you know, like God, you know, like last weekend we went out for a feed, and you know, we go out and have a big bowl of Vietnamese soup. You know, went to one of these Vietnamese places. Well, you know, a large bowl of soup, you know, does me and it does Jack, and you know, the missus has a medium bowl of soup, and we're quite happy, you know, with that. Well, she had a large bowl of soup, and then she ate a large serving of chicken and honey, honey chicken, you know, and then she had one of those 3 coloured drinks. So, Jesus, you know, like I was paying. I didn't mind paying, of course, but you know, I thought, can she eat? You know, like where's it going? Exactly. The chicken dish would have been, you know, more than enough for me, or you know, or just you know, one bowl of soup. You know, she had, you know, twice as much. No, good luck to her. I love seeing people eat. You know, it's one of my favourite things, you know, in life.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, visiting heritage sites. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, they've got an incredible culture over there. Some of the different places, you know, it's a very old culture, isn't it? Japanese.
Yes. Yeah.
Very different, you know. They in that thing I sent you, they were out something to do with that cherry blossom, something or other. You know, there must be a cherry blossom bloody festival or some bloody thing.
One thing I was surprised at about many years ago, when I went to Japan, was I was expecting to see, you know, like geisha girls, you know, women dressed up in, you know, traditional Japanese, you know, costumes. You know, the first time I went there for, I think it was almost 3 weeks, and in that first 3 weeks, you know. In that 3 weeks I went there, I saw three Japanese women in traditional costume. You know, and that was on, you know, sort of late in the afternoon, I think, on a Friday. You know, they were off to work as geisha. But I went back, you know, I think, you know, 6 months after that, and you know, I finished up staying there 3 months. Yeah, and I was staying at the Japanese school, you know, which I fancied. You know, I saw her, you know, a few more, you know, geisha, you know, girls then, but you know, like, you know, that's you know, like geisha girls then, they're not prostitutes. You know, they're entertainers. Yeah. You know, traditionally entertain. You know, they sing and they dance, and you know, they'll feed you, and a very expensive night out to go out and see a geisha. You know, expect to, you know, spend thousands, You know, not hundreds, thousands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Never watching that unless you're not hungry. Convo goes silent, and you go hungry. Yeah, my missus is pretty good on the tucker.
Yeah.
He's always cooking. He's always cooking.
Yeah, I love eating. I find it entertaining, to be honest. But you know, yeah, well, you're trying to impress. You know, you're trying to impress when you go out here somewhere. You know, for one of those nice meals, and you're paying for it, sort of thing. They eat out the restaurant. You're paying for it. You know, fuck it, well, it'd be cheaper just go down the road and buy one. You know.
I think my daughter, you know, just before, you know, she was. I think what she liked about it, she said, you know, it's $50 a head, you know, all you can eat for $50. I said, oh, you know, that's not too bad. But, you know, I imagine she would have, got her money's worth of $50, you know. You know.
Fair enough.
Oh, good luck to her. Good luck to her. Yeah, you're dead a long time, aren't you?
Yeah. Good. No, I've got a bit of wind. Nah, bloody, yeah, exactly. God, I hope I sell this car quick. I want it out of my sight, want it out of my life.
What, the car?
Yeah, Chevy, you know, that side here I got selling.
Are you getting phone calls, or how are they contacting you, right?
Oh, they just message, emails sort of thing, you know, text messages and stuff. I'm not text, on Messenger. I've answered a few, you know, you get a lot of people, you know, with Marketplace, a lot of times you look at something and it automatically sends a fucking message through. Is this still available, you know?
Yeah.
I just put it in the ad. I'm not going to, won't respond to, is this still available, you know, because it's just an automated thing, you know. Jumping in with the local massage chick. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They used to have a good time massage place down at Strathpine, not far from me, eh? I don't know. Well, my back was killing me for a while there, and I went down there, and they whacked it back in. She was right. But I went to the chiropractor, but they did no good to me. But, yeah. When I was talking to them, I said, I've been over there a couple of times, yada, 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 you know, but, yeah, they weren't too bad, you know. Pretty cheap, $60. It's not that dear for one, you know, massage.
You can't blow with that.
That's before COVID. I don't even know if they're there anymore.
Yeah, I should try and find it around.
Like Fauci and all that, they're all back now going, oh, we didn't make you do this. We didn't make everybody wear masks. We didn't do that.
Oh, you know,
grubs.
What about Donald this week? He's not too happy, is he?
No, all that fucking shit, you know, like, I'm thinking to myself, you know, they had no evidence. And no concrete evidence that he did it, you know, and they fucking did him anyway. You'll never get a fair trial in New York.
Pretty decent whack of a fine he got. Was it $5 million?
Oh, yeah, you know, he didn't even know she was. Yeah.
You know, which was $7.5 million Australian.
Well, they're all taking a swipe at him. You know, they must be pretty worried because they're doing this to him the whole time. They got rid of Tucker Carlson because he was a bit of a voice for it all, you know. He can't say anything because he's still under contract to Murdoch until I think it's January 2025. So you know it's he must have him worried. I don't know. It's crazy. They play dirty over there, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh well, talking about playing dirty, we'll see what happens tomorrow at the Thai elections, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be interesting. I think they've got to wait a week to get the result. I was reading that there's 300,000 postal votes, which have come in, which they can't read. You know, the writing's illegible on them. They can't read, and you know the electoral officers, you know, not sure what to do with them.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what'll happen there, don't you? You know, they'll get allocated to the person who pays the most, I'd suggest. You know?
Crazy, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's be bloody interesting. Yeah, well, you'll just have to wipe it up. Probably have to write them off for donkey's votes, I suppose. But I don't know. All depends on how badly they want the votes and who's in charge of them.
Oh yes. 300,000. I thought, Christ, postal votes they were. Something reading are legible, or they can't read it on the paper or something like that, or
right.
They just sort of flip through the article.
Yeah, somebody who can read it all. But I suppose they don't, the farmers and that, they're not sitting there writing all day, I suppose, so their skills probably wouldn't be the greatest, so to speak,
Yeah. You want to open it up, Ray, see if we can get a few people on?
Oh, if you want to.
I might go in shortly and go and catch up with a little bloke Saturday night, see if we can watch a movie together. I like doing that with him.
Yeah, right.
We'll see. Let's see. Where's how do we do that?
I don't know if you can invite.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do it, eh? All right, yeah. Oh, there we are.
Post.
What temple is that? You see that backdrop? Now we've got our two pictures. The backdrop on the screen. What temple's that?
Oh, that's Sanctuary of Truth.
Oh yeah, right. That one in Pattaya.
Yeah, it's nice.
Temple.
That's incredible. I went there. I fucking loved it, eh? Just the workmanship there, they've been working on it for so long. It's all teak. Fucking hard timber to work with.
Yes, indeed. Wonder where they're getting the teak from. I thought Thailand was all teaked out years ago.
Probably getting it from bloody, there we go. He's trouble. It's Craig.
Bob the Builder.
I think they're probably getting it from Laos or one of those other countries. There you go.
G'day, Craig. How are you?
Craig.
Evening, gentlemen.
What are you up to?
Oh, fuck, mate. Smash is a flying fuck, mate. But genuine, Suckerhorn. I'm, mate, my old man's from Victoria, and he's much a preacher like you. Not a preacher, but he's a genuine man like you. So, and Ray Guild, my old man love a bloke like you in Queensland that likes colours and all the rest of it. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm an offspring, mate. I'm one of those you wouldn't say a turncoat. Like, fucking, I'm against gays. I'm against everything else. I'm against a lot of sort of.
Yeah.
Now, I'll shut the fuck up. Like, fucking.
You're an Aussie.
Fucking flying through.
Yeah.
You look like you're putting on a bit of weight, Craig.
Mate, I jumped on the scales actually the other day, Suckerhorn, like at the fucking gym. Like, not that I work, like go to the gym, I work in gyms, and I had to wait like for the chick to get me into the female showers to fix up some like toiletries and all the rest. Won't go deep into it. I jumped on the scales, like 108 kilos, mate. Fuck me, like fucking I'm overweight, but I'm still pretty quick. But it's not a fighting weight, mate. I'm gonna get back down to like 98. Lose 10 kilos and
yeah, right.
How tall are you?
About Cambo's height. 5'2".
Oh, you'd be taller than that, wouldn't you?
No, just joking. Just wait, I'll get another beer, mate. I'll get another beer if you're getting tipsy.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Craig's going to enjoy himself tonight, mate.
I like Craig. He's all right. He's a laugh. He gets in some people's heads, I tell you. They don't know how to handle him.
He's a white man, mate. Like he's, he enjoys a beer and a bit of a chat. There's no harm in that.
Yeah, no, I like it. Yeah. Well, you blokes are a bunch of good blokes all the time and all around, mate.
I couldn't be bothered with all the fucking drama, mate. There's plenty of channels for that shit, you know. Like fucking, people want drama, they go there and fucking get it if they want it, you know. Don't need it here. Don't need it, you know. Whatever.
All right, Ray. You want to talk about tennis courts and fucking squash or?
Oh, fuck off! I've never played that.
Chevy or fucking.
I played cricket once when I was a kid in fucking school, and they put me in the slips and I got fucking cracked fair in the forehead with a fucking cricket ball. About 2 minutes into it, and the sports, they could shove it up their ass. That's
we're not going back 40 years, Ray.
Yeah,
Mate, I tell you a story about 40 years ago when I was playing cricket. I was sitting in a sand pit. Some cunt hit the ball high in the air, and he said, "Great!" And I'm like, "Fucking!" I caught the ball, mate. I caught the ball by pure luck.
Sitting in the sand pit.
Yeah, right.
Well, where else would you be sitting, sucker horn?
I'd be on the fucking thing. The cricket ball. I'm not
hiding behind the sheds, mate. That's for sure, mate. Well, I like you, sucker horn. You got one of those natural talents, mate.
That's very nice of you, Craig. Oh, I made a comment today on one of those channels. I should have kept my mouth shut. I went on and on and on about it. What did I say? Something like, "Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself" or something. Your channels, develop. That art. Half a dozen Yanks on screaming, and everyone was screaming at each other, and you couldn't get a word in edgewise. And I thought, I watched it earlier on in the morning. It was quite civil. And then I had to take the missus down the street. She wanted to get some shopping and came back, and I heard this bung fight. Like people screaming at each other. And I thought, what the fuck's going on here? You can't make a word out edgewise, and everyone is talking over each other. And anyway, my comment was, taken to an extreme. And I thought, "Oh, get on and explain yourself." And I thought, I couldn't be fucked. Couldn't be fucked sitting there, even competing. So I just sort of dropped off, let them.
Suck on. You shouldn't be soiled back into. You shouldn't be soiled back into that community.
It's a good point what you say. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No, mate. I like a beer. I like a chat. Like, fuck, mate. I've been around not as long as you and all the rest. And fucking, your old mate, like, fucking, what's his name? Fucking, that. I just had a mind blank. Mate, I'd love to have a beer with
him. TNW.
Yeah. You're onto it, right? I'd love to have a beer with him and sit around with him. Because I don't think he'd be judgmental or anything like that. Like, fucking, mate, I'd do a sucker horn moment with like 2 of you or 3 of you and all the rest. Most other people are fucking generically fucking unstable, I'd say, in life. So,
welcome, JG. Thanks for joining us. You look like a lovely day over there in downtown Sweden, mate. Hello, we've missed him.
Yeah, no. Thank fuck he disappeared.
Oh, he's all right, JG. I don't mind him. Yeah, I went out one day. I met TMW up in Sydney. I had to go up there for renew my missus' passport. Anyway, we went to the embassy, and just on the way back from the embassy to the hotel, he said, "I'm here waiting at the hotel." I said, "Oh, beautiful, just about to give you a ring." We got off early, so I went down and saw him, and we had a wonderful day. Tim and I. We had a few beers, and went to a couple of pubs, and then he took me to this little Scotch hideaway. Went into this little sort of, I was like a Scotch, whiskey, hotel. That's all they sold. Little, tucked away, little hole in the wall. Down some little laneway in Sydney, down 3 or 4 flights of stairs and a basement somewhere. Like a little speakeasy joint. We had a few whiskies in there. It was a lovely day with Tim. I really enjoyed it. I had a wonderful day.
He's a big boy too. He's about 6'4", 6'5" or something, isn't he?
He's a big boy. 6. Yeah. 6'2", I'm not sure if he's 6'4", but he sort of was bigger than me.
Yeah,
not that I'm a great giant, but he's a big lad.
Yeah.
He could certainly look after himself. That's for sure. He's nice and solid. Here's JG. Let's see if we can get him back. Here we go. Let JG in.
Yeah.
You're right there, JG.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know why, but it won't play the sound through my headphones.
Oh, no worries, mate. No worries.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can fix it.
Looks like a beautiful day in downtown Sweden there, mate. Oh, no, you can't hear it, I reckon, Ray.
No.
Can you hear it, JG?
Now it plays the right place.
Don't speed this cunt up, let alone fucking slow him down, mate. I tell you seriously, as an Australian.
Oh, JG's a player. He's all right. He's all right. Beautiful day today.
Hello,
I'll take it aboard.
Hello, Craig.
You wave like a faggot, mate. Like, fucking seriously. Mate. Like, sorry, mate.
Stop smoking, JG. I've just given up the smokes again yesterday. I broke out for a while for about a month. I broke out and had a bit of tension, so I was woofed into the smokes. And, the missus came in yesterday and she gave me a blast about smoking. Anyway, she sent the little bloke in. I thought you were going to give he dressed me down. When he given up the smokes, said, I'll give them up today. So I haven't had any today. Stopped yesterday, I think. Ran out yesterday morning about 10 o'clock. I'm all right if they're not around.
At your age, Suckerhorn, you shouldn't give up. Stress will kill you, mate.
I'm 68 soon, Craig. And I started smoking when I was 18. So that means I've been smoking for 50 years. Touch wood, my lungs are all right and all that sort of stuff. But the missus sort of said to me, she said, why don't you grow up? She's smoking, smoking your age, I said, oh, yeah, fair enough. But it was, blasting the little bloke the other day that sort of threw me, go, keep smoking. He said, keep smoking. That's great for you. He's being sarcastic, so, So I don't mind if they're not around. They're not around. I don't miss them. But if they're here on the table, I'll just smoke them non-stop. Telling you, I never got one out of my hand.
Today, when I give them up, I just made sure I had a packet there because we didn't have a packet of crows. But I don't miss the fucking things.
What you got a packet? You would have a packet there with you now?
No, not now. Not for about a year after I give up. Just bloody. Sort of kept the packet there.
I smoke way too much.
Yeah, fucking they'll put me on an oxygen machine. I don't want to smoke anymore. Either that or die, one of the two.
How much do you smoke a day, JG?
If I'm not drinking, I would say 10.
Oh, that's reasonable.
If I'm drinking, it can be 40.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I noticed in the budget the other day, for Ray and Craig, that they're increasing the excise duty on cigarettes 5% a year for the next 3 years.
Yeah, right.
But it's never going to stop in Australia, Suckhorn, like that. Mate, smokes used to be, back in your day, smokes were $25 and they jumped to 50. Then they jumped to shut the fuck up, JG. You know nothing about Australia. Then it went to 75 bucks.
I haven't even said anything.
That was me, Craig.
I haven't even said anything.
When I started smoking, smokes were 85 cents.
Silence will be your best quota, my friend.
Hey, Craig, I've got a receipt here from 1972, 40 cents for a packet of cigarettes.
Yeah.
1972, 40 fucking cents, eh?
Yep.
I started
I
smoking
understand.
cigarettes.
And now they're like 100, like for 50 pets, it's like $126.
Oh,
God, drive me.
I gave it up at 23 years ago. Best thing I ever did.
That what?
Fuck that.
I remember when I was working, and those are days I was working in a bank, and those in the days I was a teller. There's that smoke hanging out of my mouth all the time as a teller. Like it was perfectly acceptable to smoke, inside offices in those days. Anyway, as a teller, I had smoke hanging out of my mouth, all the time, and I remember saying to someone, I said, when smokes get to $1, I'm going to stop. Well, I think the cheapest pack of smokes you get nowadays is $35, but if they're going up 5%, well, that's going to make them. That's going to make it $40 a packet, isn't it?
Yeah, get close enough anyway.
So it's 40, 45, 40, 45, $50 a packet. They'll be in 2 years' time.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Jeepers.
It's crazy. It's crazy the tax suck on smokes and alcohol, even alcohol in Australia. It's crazy the price.
What do you reckon you pay for a fucking 1 litre bottle of OP Bundaberg rum?
Mate, I haven't looked at it, Ray. Because my old man drinks that. I don't drink that. I go crazy on that. But
60, right?
No,
60.
And the rest. When the last time I was in Vanuatu, that was 2014, I think, about 10 years ago. But anyway, probably a little bit longer. It was fucking 12. You could get a 1 litre bottle of AP Bundaberg rum for $11 over there. When you come back over here, I think I don't know what it is here. It was nowhere near. It was a fucking hell of a lot more expensive than that. I got a bottle of Jack Daniel's Sinatra blend. I think I paid $102 for it there. Come back here, it was $380. They've got a bit of a markup.
We're talking about the price of smokes. They've got a joint just down here in the local shopping centre. I'll be less than 200 metres away from the local cop shop.
Yeah.
And the whole shop is devoted to selling chop. The illegal, under the counter tobacco.
Yeah,
the whole shop is just devoted to selling chop. And you can go in there and you can get 100 smokes for $35. So it's 20% of the price. Which is you don't mind, and it's not a bad smoke. It's not a bad smoke. When I was smoking, I used to go in there, but I went down there recently and I said, what package cigarettes you got? And the woman said, well, I've got Marlboro Gold. I said, get a couple of packets of Marlboro Gold. And they were $17 a packet, which was half price, I suppose, of what you'd go and buy it at the supermarket.
Yeah.
So, $35, $17 is half price. Anyways, have a look at them. And they're from Great Britain. Here's my $2. Here we go. G'day, Joe.
They call this a third world. They call this a third world country. Look, fucking toilets got TV screens in them.
Yeah. Yeah, down the elevation, you're right.
Oh, it's one of the ones out the back in the open. Yeah.
There's not too much third world anymore. It's just infrastructure. That's how I see it.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, it's third world. Yeah, I think we're more third world than Thailand in a lot of ways.
Where's that, Joe?
Just outside of Rayong.
Oh yeah, right. Fair enough.
It's a new ESO servo. That's something I've noticed. The ESO corporation seem to be spending a fair bit on, new servos.
Yeah.
All the buses are pulled up.
Oh, yeah. Nice little place.
What time is it the afternoon? We've got 3:20 to 4.
Yeah, different.
Well, we missed Joe again.
Yeah.
He's,
I thought my two Bart was going to drop a fishing line in there to show us something interesting instead of general sort of life.
Yeah. Barney Rubble.
hey, JG, how much you pay for a packet of smokes in Sweden?
Oh, about in US, I would say $7.
$7 US. So that's
Yeah.
$10 Australian. $7. No wonder that's a joke.
JG,
not-
can you buy a shirt with sleeves over there at that price?
yeah. Don't tumble, JG. He's having a go, mate. He's having a go.
Always.
What's Capio saying? Centre of Bangkok is more advanced than most places. You know, Ladies of Eastern is almost all measured third world, but doesn't make them less happy. You know, our value sets, are built around consumption. Yes, spot on, Capio. Is exactly right. Exactly right. Like you go up country.
I just want to ask, who is Barney Rubble?
Barney Rubble.
Flintstones.
Barney, you know Barney Rubble is, don't you, JG, from the television series The Flintstones?
Okay. That Barney. Now I get it.
Where
Shut the
Barney
fuck up,
Rubble come from?
Capio.
Oh, yeah, why is
Now
still
I
the best
get
like
it.
Barney Rubble? Because Barney,
With his brown vest.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose you're saying you look a little bit, like it, with the sleeves and that.
Sun's out, guns out, JG. Right.
That was actually funny.
What's the difference, JG, in Switzerland?
Mate, I missed that sucker horn. What was that?
What temperature you got in Switzerland?
Sweden.
temperature?
It's about 23 at the moment.
Yeah, nice.
Beautiful.
Old Dundee, JG. Fucking hell. Having a go to you, JG.
Let's
Wouldn't be
see.
the first time. Wouldn't be the first time there.
They're just fucking around.
Yes, mate. G'day, Rhoda. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Nice little
JG, are you ever going to get any younger than what you could be?
That's nice.
Sorry?
Any sharks in there? Hang on, tuna.
G'day, Tuna Kahuna. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Now you have that one.
More chance of a piranha over there, Ray, where
right.
JG lives. Not a crocodile, not an alligator, just a piranha.
Hey, Alan. Yeah, well, up here, you up North Queensland, you can just dangle your feet in the water and splash them around and find if there's any crocodiles around there, can't you?
Oh, mate, just go down to the Gold Coast nowadays, Ray.
Yeah.
Splash your feet in the water, you'll pick up for sure.
What do we got here?
Oh.
The JG was sitting.
Red shoulder or something.
Virgin land there, fucking Mr.
that
Stockhorn.
Oh, no, it's no fucking somebody dumped a fucking old fridge or something, did they?
No, they keep some stuff there, I think.
Huh.
JG's dumping site.
Oh, a couple of gas bottles. Oh, was that? Oh, yeah.
I thought they were bombs for a minute.
Oh, I thought the Germans were Is that the German, like the German bunker there, JJ?
Yeah.
The ZG.
For a long time, they had bunkers over there full of bloody weapons. That way, if they ever invaded, the citizens can go and grab a gun and go and defend the place. I don't know if they do it anymore. I remember reading about that years ago. But everyone was going and pinching all the guns.
Where is it? Jaguar lives in Sweden, isn't it? He lives in Sweden. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, JG, but if you're a citizen of Switzerland, if you were Swiss, you have compulsory national service in Switzerland, and at the cessation of your national service, you get to bring your weapon home with you. You know, like you don't return your weapon, and you keep your weapon, you know, at your home, you know, for the rest of your life. Is that correct?
You mean in Sweden?
Is Sweden or Switzerland?
Very different countries.
Yes, I understand, but I think but in Sweden you don't bring your weapon home, do you?
No, you don't.
Switzerland.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, in Switzerland, yes.
But the funny part in Sweden is like we have this civil defense as well. They bring home their weapons, but the military doesn't.
No, right, that's weird.
Yeah, but that's how it is. Like one of my younger brothers, he's in the civil defense, and he has his gun at home. So.
You're right. I remember as kids at school when we were in cadets, you know, like sort of quasi military organisation at schools. You used to be able to bring your rifle home, you know, from school. So you'd have we had 303s. Have a 303 rifle, you know, and there'd be half a dozen of us. You know, we'd be jumping on the train with a 303 rifle, you know, in our kick. You know,
you to do that now? Fucking hell.
You imagine what would happen if you did it now.
Man,
you know?
Be a catastrophe.
But, you know, as school kids, you know, we're only, 14 or 15, and, you know, there'd be half a dozen of us on the train, you know, with the 303 rifle. You know, like, fuck me. You know?
Yeah, fuck that. Well, bloody Dougal you'd have chasing you.
Oh, it wouldn't happen now.
Life story, Ray. It doesn't change. Doesn't matter where you go. Life story. Do-gooders will always, even on YouTube, social media, all the rest. What do they say about you? Oh, you're a humiliation of the fucking world environment, this and that. Like, mate, I mean, so many social media things to try to advance my life, but what the fuck? Just live natural life. Yeah, like Suckerhorn's a natural bloke. Yeah.
I'm getting on, Craig. I'm getting close to 70. You know?
Mate, you're not getting on. You're not getting on in that sense. Like, that's Australian lingo. You're not getting on. You're just getting older. You're still getting on. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah, I'm still getting on.
Fucking UK country never understand what the common denominator is, like what we're talking about. But yeah. Fucking spark up. Spark up. Suck on.
We're a different breed over here, you know, like how we you know, conduct ourselves. You know, different breed.
We're born with 2 legs and a big cock, mate. Most of the others are fucking the third leg's just like the fucking one they slap around. So
come on, Craig, don't lie to everyone.
No, JG, I've never spoke any more truth than I'm going to speak on this channel.
Here we go.
So please be respectful, JG.
Okay, I will try.
Okay, take a minute, take a breath, and just evolve, JG. Just evolve.
Oh, good. That's great. Look, we've got a couple of movies on tonight. We've got Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and we've got Raiders of the Lost Ark. I've only seen about 80 times each.
I just started watching a lot like a Yellowstone again at time.
It might be time to get into the Netflix, I think.
Yeah. I cancelled Netflix. I went through that bloody Paramount. Now I got rid of that. Now I've got into bloody Stan. They got a couple of them there and I'm watching sort of thing. But those things, yeah, I can't stand everything in them.
Well, I've watched it for a month, you know.
Normal TV. I don't watch normal TV.
We're not watching the fucking thing. It's no point in fucking paying $20 a month. We're not even switching the fucking thing on.
No, yeah, there'll be something in there you can watch somewhere.
Oh yeah, well, that's right. Yeah.
I can't watch normal TV. Normal TV just drives me nuts. Fuck, might as well just turn around and watch ABC all fucking day. Fuck that.
Oh, God.
NITV, a couple other random sort of things there.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm fucking feeling it myself.
I might make a move soon, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Got me a little while longer, but I'll make a move soon.
Yeah, my wife up there too. I'm not really feeling much either. I feel like doing much.
CJG, you brought the clientele down.
No.
He's all right.
I don't normally jump on a Saturday night anymore because, I can start watching a little bloke because otherwise...
Actually, Greg, it started to drop when you came on.
Oh,
just saying.
Fair play, JG.
Maybe I helped a little bit.
JG. Yeah, Saturday night, the only night I can sort of stay up with the little bloke because he goes to school and we leave home here for at 20 to 7 in the morning. At this stage and on a Thursday, on a Thursday night, he doesn't get home till 6:30. So he's away from home for 12 hours. He starts school at 8:45. But for him to get to school, he's got to leave home at 20 to 7 in the morning. He catches a train, a bus, a train, and another train. To school. It takes him a couple of hours to get to school in the morning. To get home.
He's making rollies.
Hey?
Craig, he's making rollies.
Oh yeah, mate. Fuck, mate. The amount I spoke, Ray. Fuck, mate. Like, fuck, I'm gonna give it up. My heart's done. My love's done. All my entertainment's done. We're smoking and drinking. Like, fuck, mate. I'm gonna get back to fucking building an empire. Like, truly, Ray.
Wait until you end up with an oxygen machine. That's not much fun.
Yeah, no, I understand. Fuck, mate. I'm getting to your sooner or later. I'll catch to your age.
And
I'll be in that empire. I'll be in that empire and fucking understanding life.
Oh, man, it sucks. You wake up in the morning, you'd be surprised if you don't hurt all over. I think I hurt more than fucking want to get out of bed than what I do when I get in bed.
Hey, Ray, I like Tunica Hoonan's comment there. I took a hunter safety course in school with real guns and ammo. Not happening today. No, look at that, guns at school before. We used to have our own rifle range. At the school where Jack's going now, I don't think they've got it now, but we had our own rifle range, and it was just down at the end of the hockey field. So go and get, you have your rifle and go and grab a handful of ammo. And you'd go and let off of a couple of dozen 303s at lunchtime. in the rifle range. Yeah? There was no teacher supervision. You know, there was only like a senior officer in cadets, which was supervising. And if you're crazy enough in the head, like you could have swung your rifle around and knocked off a few kids. But every lunchtime, down the hockey field, that's where we used to smoke. Down the hockey field. And at the end of the hockey field, there's blokes letting off 303 rifles. We didn't
have a fucking fire range.
Wouldn't happen nowadays, that's for sure.
Yeah, we had a shooting range not far from me, where I lived. Used to go up there all the fucking time, But
this is at school. This is in the schoolyard.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the problem is the lefties, they fucking come along and they just destroy everything. They think everybody's as silly as they are.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Whatever.
Looks very tranquil there, JG.
It's a nice place, isn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Nice looking place there, JG. That's relaxing.
Yeah, it's nice.
Very similar.
Sitting down here.
Very similar to bush what we got here, isn't it?
You live there, don't you, JG? Or
let's say I live close by.
Oh, very good. Very good. Well, I'm going to make a move, boys.
Yeah, you might wind her up. I think I feel like I'm back aching in this chair.
Yeah, same thing here. Thank you for joining us, JG. That's very nice for to jump on. And
always a pleasure to go on a panel that isn't about drama. So.
Oh, there's plenty of guys that want to do that stuff. I'll leave it to them. We just can't be fucking bothered with all that stuff.
Yeah.
Good for them. Whatever.
Nice to hear, JG. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me on.
Oh, pleasure. Yeah, mate. You're sweet. You're sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good one, everyone.
Thank you. Well, I'll see you all later. See you later, chat. See you later, Mighty Bart, Tuna.
Later.
Raider.
Capio, Eminem. Raider, Owen. Who else we got? Life Reset.
Zimmy.
Zimmy was there. Ty Tim.
He'll be in Thailand on Wednesday. I think he's leaving on Tuesday, I think.
Oh, good luck to him. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Craig.
Fun.
That'll do it. Out of here, boys.
No worries.